the biggest prize so far in the Republican race for president, the Florida primary. Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich have been locked in an increasingly negative battle in Florida, where 50 delegates are up for grabs in this winner-take-all contest. Romney seems to have had the edge going into Election Day, but regardless of the outcome tonight, Gingrich is promising to drag this race out for months. I'm joined by AP national political reporter Chuck BABINGTON. And Chuck, you just got back from about a week in Florida. Tell me a little bit about the mood of voters there, and how has Romney really been able to pick up steam over the past week or so?
Florida's been one of the hardest hit states, especially home foreclosures, a big problem there, and it has one of the highest unemployment rates in the country. So the economy is very much on people's minds. Of course, Gingrich and Romney talk about the economy a lot. It might play slightly more to Romney's strength because he tends to focus on that almost exclusively. Gingrich sometimes gets a little more sidetracked on other issues, a colony on the moon being a great example. So it's possible that Romney, with his strong corporate background, might be able to portray himself as somewhat better. He certainly has tried as someone who can at least deal with economic issues. And
we saw that in the exit polls, the economy really the takeaway, the big issue for voters this time in Florida. You know, Romney also has been a little bit more aggressive in Florida, tried to combat some of the attacks being levied at him by Gingrich and his super PAC. Has that strategy seemed to work for him this week?
It certainly seems to have. You're right. You know, remember before Florida, Gingrich beat Romney by 12 points in South Carolina. So Romney immediately took a much more aggressive stance. There were two debates in Florida. He was far more aggressive in both those debates, and the campaigns on TV has been relentless, very heavily against Gingrich. He's being outspent almost 5-1. So that's a real problem for Gingrich. So Gingrich at times has seemed a little unsure about how to push back. In the last few days, he's shown a lot of anger, perhaps justifiably so. And we'll see if the voters, again, some of the back and forth has gotten a very personality-driven, probably not the most important thing to a lot of voters. We'll see how that plays out.
Like I said, Gingrich wants to drag this on for months, so we may be here for a while.
He probably, even if he does not do well in Florida, he probably has the wherewithal to keep this thing going for quite a while.
It'll keep us busy.
Right.
Thanks very much, Chuck BABINGTON, AP's national political reporter. And make sure to stay with the AP throughout the night. We'll have all of the results from Florida as they come in. I'm Julie Pace for the Associated Press in Washington.